What's up, guys? If you are going to make content on Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, yes, you, make sure that you like this video and share it with your friends, and let me know in the comments. The more eyes that we get on this video, the healthier it'll be for smaller content creators to have a voice. I will give everyone a shout out and try and get as much people as possible to go and check out your channel so that you can get some new people and, you know, grow a new audience. So good luck to you all. This ties into today's topic. There's been a topic that I wanted to discuss for the past couple of days, and it involves Dragon Ball Sparking Zero and content creators. If you go back to the beginning of Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, from its very first initial teaser trailer in March last year, where it didn't even have a name yet, everyone was still calling it Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 4. I did an entire in-depth look at the road from this teaser to the eventual name reveal that you can check out in the video on the top right corner of the screen. By the way, I dedicated a sizable portion of that to the fact that we weren't getting a lot of information for about 6 to 8 months, I'd say, of the announcement of Budokai Tenkaichi returning. That's basically all we knew, and we only saw a clip of Goku going blue. But then I'd say in like October, things started heating up. There were rumblings that they were gonna call this game Sparking Zero, and then we got our first fully fledged trailer soon after, and then, you know, we started cooking. We were getting packed with new information and trailers and screenshots and roster reveals every month or so after that, and the marketing for this game was on point. And it was fun to have discussions and, you know, make videos talking about it, who we think is gonna be in the game or what's gonna be in the game. I did loads of these. You can check them all out if you want. But they were really fun, and, you know, seeing your thoughts and your responses was fun too. Then we even got playable demos available, and, you know, for the people to play at certain events. And, you know, some content creators went out and they recorded a bunch of stuff, and, you know, they released it, and, you know, they gave us a better taste of what was to come. I didn't mind that because, you know, those versions were unfinished, and, you know, they didn't include everything. The reason that games have demos is to help promote themselves and also, you know, iron out a lot of the faults when it comes to the final product. This was fine. But what happens when content creators overstep their bounds? Well, the day everyone really got or started to get annoyed with content creators was basically the day of the Dragon Ball GT trailer, which was going to reveal GT characters being included in the game. The trailer was hyped as being a, quote, great trailer, and I even joked and said that it was gonna be GT. Then, like a few hours before the trailer officially dropped, my friend sent me a video from Nanogenics. In the title and the thumbnail, it is showing GT characters in Sparking Zero. So I'm watching this thing and I'm thinking, oh sure, nice fan-made trailer, you know? Because of course the actual trailer that is made by the actual company that makes the game did not post it yet. So that was my thought process at the time. But then I go on X and, you know, I see everyone is talking about it, and then I'm sitting and I'm thinking about how he had the other creators with him sat down watching the trailer together, like Rhymestar was there with him and they were all reacting, and then I see that he took the video down. So then I'm like, oh man, that was real then. And my first thought was, you know, wasn't to be angry with Nano now. I was just hoping that he didn't get in any sort of trouble for this. I don't know if it is his fault or a YouTube issue, but I was worried about him. I like Nano's videos a lot, so I was okay with that. Then, you know, a while later, after the trailer officially goes up, a few hours later, I wake up and find out that apparently a Japanese YouTuber leaked the full Sparking Zero roster with movie characters, and also they showed that there was like 180 plus characters instead of the original 160 plus characters that the roster panels showed. Now this thing also got taken down, but the damage had already been done. People took screen recordings and screenshots. It was everywhere. The secret was out, the cat was out of the bag. I still wasn't annoyed though. Even though this was the second time something slipped in a small window, I wasn't that bothered. But when I actually started getting bothered was the day of the full roster reveal. The way that the final trailer went was beautiful and would have been generational if nothing had ever been leaked, because the roster literally filled out, and then Goku just says, "I'm not done yet," and then we get kicked into overdrive, and then the roster expands, it gets bigger, and then it shows all the various different movies. That would have been the greatest trailer ever. And then the GT trailer also would have been a lot more impactful if it hadn't been revealed beforehand as well, or leaked beforehand. But then, my friend tells me that Rhymestyle apparently has the full game, or at least he had it, and I watched the one video where he posted and he used Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta in it, and it was cool. But then afterwards I'm seeing everyone posting all kinds of stuff in the game that we haven't yet seen in the trailers. I'm not sharing spoilers, by the way, I don't believe in all that. But basically there was a bunch of content creators who got their hands on the game, recorded a bunch of stuff, and are posting it everywhere basically. And this is annoying because the game hasn't come out yet and it won't be out in a few weeks. Meanwhile, the average player has their curiosity factor absolutely obliterated because they've seen all of these unseen things spread like wildfire, and screenshots and clips will literally go everywhere. My buddy brought this up on X when he was talking to a guy called Globku. I'm not familiar with him, but he said, "Please don't spoil the story mode before the game comes out." And then this guy said, "I will, but you can choose not to click." Just don't watch the video, guys. Problem solved. How ludicrous is that? It doesn't matter if we don't click his videos. Other people are gonna repost it and share them around literally everywhere. It's gonna be on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, everywhere, literally everywhere. But this guy doesn't care because he's not gonna get spoiled. He played it already, he played it early. Everyone else can burn, everything else can burn for all he cares. But just don't click it, guys. It's gotten to the point where even if you aren't actively seeking out spoilers, you're still gonna get hit with them. And the only way to not get hit by spoilers is to stay offline, which is almost impossible in this day and age. A lot of people have online jobs and social media jobs and are content creators. And speaking of content creators, here's what annoys me about this. These guys who have these connections and all this footage, and they played the game early and whatever, they are distributing all this footage, right? And then a lot of these bigger creators were going on and on and on about how Sparking Zero is going to be the launching pad for a lot of smaller content creators, and they're going to blow up and all of this. But them doing all of this and getting this head start over everyone is making things a lot tougher for smaller creators. They have a head start and a built-in audience already, and probably going to get some new folks along the way from seeing their early and exclusive footage before the game drops. Like, why would I watch someone who has a few hundred subs or a couple thousand subs who makes good content and is waiting for the game to drop like everyone else, when I already saw the entire game and every single detail within the game from this guy who has like 1 million plus subs? Where's the logic there? And when the game does drop, smaller creators are going to find it a lot more difficult to grow. They are going to have to put their own spin and flavor on things, and they are going to have to stand out a lot more if they want to flourish. And speaking just as a person, I don't want the game to get spoiled. Like, I don't like spoilers. Like, I want to go into the game seeing as little as possible because I want to discover things on my own. It adds the enjoyment factor. But anyways, this is why I try to take the initiative of highlighting as many smaller creators as possible, giving them shout outs and hopefully helping them grow their Sparking Zero videos when the game actually does come out. Starting in October, I'm going to be doing a lot of shout outs to some other people trying to find their footing, and a lot of, straight around underrated people in the community. And I don't have anything to gain from this. I'm not even going to play the game day one. I'll be getting it a lot later on. This is just something that I want to do to help other people. I'm very passionate about helping smaller creators in any way that I can. So this is just my way of, trying to help other people. And not saying that these creators are bad or anything like that. That's debatable. They worked for these connections. They paid their dues. And, they get to eat now. And I respect that. But they were given the opportunity, they were given the access and opportunity, so they took it. And I personally would rather put my energy into supporting other smaller creators instead of them at this point. It's not like they really need my help with anything anyways. But anyways, that was my thoughts. Click another video on screen, like, share, subscribe. Comment if you are going to be making Sparking Zero videos. Support smaller creators. Thanks for watching.